What is up, Cahir Club? Welcome back to another CahirLIVE live stream. How goes it? I hope everybody's had a wonderful, wonderful week so far. It is Tuesday, a rare Tuesday stream, because obviously I didn't do a Monday stream, which was a shame.
Hey.
Happy 100th kid. Yeah, no, not today, SFA. It's not today. You've really been trying. You've really been trying. I'm not sure. I feel like he doesn't believe it's actually my birthday today. I feel like he doesn't actually believe it. He's just saying it because he thinks it's funny. That seems very SFA core. Anyway, did I say hello to Rob, and did I say hello to Pumpkin, and did I say hello to Mango? I'm not sure if I did say hello to SFA, Pumpkin, Mango, and Rob. But yeah, today we're back with more shiny hunting, with more of the infinite Minccino hunt. There is a birthday tomorrow and yesterday. Yesterday there was no birthday. What do you mean there was a birthday yesterday? I guess, theoretically, there was a birthday yesterday. Given that, like, someone must have had a birthday yesterday. In the grand scheme. Hello, Veruca! How goes it? I hope your week has been going well. But yeah, I guess there's no need to loiter on the big thing that I'm going to be doing this stream, obviously. Which is, manage prediction. Start prediction. Shiny before 12k. We're just gonna copy this exactly, maybe. I'm gonna keep it to a 10-minute submission time. I don't know how long it's gonna take me to get through 50 encounters. So, like, good luck. Oh, there wasn't any yesterday, you checked. Okay, good. Wait, when was the 100th celebration? Okay, so, I invited my buddies, my IRL buddies and friends over yesterday. Because, for reasons that, if you think about too hard, will probably dox me, there's a lot of traffic for the rest of the week. Which, not great. So it'd make it really inconvenient for them to get here. You know where I live. Where do I live, SFA? Go on. Go on, where do I live? Wait, do you? I don't know, SFA. The UK? Okay. You do. You do know where I live in very broad strokes. You got an epic and legendary egg in Pokero today. Legendary eggs give the restricted legendaries, and epic eggs give other legendaries. Oh, nice! Congratulations! Are you warmer? The entire UK is correct. I do live somewhere in that zone. The new Abyss is annoying? I've heard it's not great. I've heard bad things. I'm hoping when I pull Skirk it'll be fine. Also, I've got Mawika and Minccino, so I'm hoping that'll be fine as well, you know? I'm hoping I'll get through it with that. That'll be good. Anyway, I'm just giving a moment for the... Because has no one put any channel points on yet? Really? Damn. Alright, guys. We're gonna start going now. We're gonna start going. SFA said all in. Maybe he's just broke. That's not a surprise, actually. You would if you could? That's fair, that's fair. I guess Mango's VPN's probably run out. Was there a Gamba? Didn't show up for you. You're taking a little nap, so you're on your phone. I see. There is a Gamba, yes. Can you not predict on it? That's crazy. Concerning. That's crazy concerning is what it is. Didn't show up for you neither. Then who's putting channel points on? Okay, Pumpkin. Woo, you're into... Okay, Dorsal and Pumpkin have put their things in. Yeah, reset your Twitches. Okay, you had to reset... Okay, if you reset your Twitch, then... But hello, DorsalFin1, how goes it? I hope that your week has been going well. I hope you've had a good Tuesday for the lesser spotted CahirLIVE Tuesday stream. It was odd getting to the end of a day where I didn't stream for there to be a DorsalFin1 stream. That was quite confusing, actually. But for you lot, that's going to become the norm for a week. For a whole week, that's going to be the norm. Because I'm going on holiday. I feel like I mentioned this at least vaguely. I told it to, like, I told it to, like, one of my coworkers today, and she was like, huh? What? And she's, like, one of the people I should have told about it. Like, I say coworker, like, co-volunteer. It's not, like, proper official setting where, like, if I, like, got a message from a friend, like, hey, wanna go surfing tomorrow? I could have been, like, called in and been like, hey, I'm going surfing. Sorry. That would have been fine. That would have been an absolutely fine situation. But I'm just surprised I didn't tell her. I told more people who needed to know. I just entirely forgot to tell her specifically. I feel like a fool is the point. I feel like a fool. An imbecile. Hold on. Rob has put 572 channel points on. That's not that many, Rob. Given how many channel points I know you must have. You cheaping out on the ringy bells. Is that how many days I have left to live? Oh! It's gone up to 1.8. Okay. 1.8 thousand. That's fine. That's a fine amount of time left to live. Oh, I ruined it. Oh, someone else has bet in favor. It's Mango. Wait. 572. 572. What? Ring any bells? It's Minccino's Pokedex number. Oh, yeah, I never would have gotten that. Okay. That I never would have guessed that, actually. Mostly because I'm stupid and dumb. But yeah. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. But right now, Mango will get a higher channel point return than you, Rob. If I get the shiny, like, I want to be clear. It's okay, Mango, but he's not gonna get it. Look, I might. I've never been to one of these streams. What are we doing? That Minccino right there can be shiny, even though this is like the opening of the game. They didn't shiny lock it, so I can find that Minccino can be shiny. I can't catch it. I can't own it. But I can look at it for a bit and scream, and it might make a good YouTube short, which I guess is kind of needed right now because I have not been doing many of those lately, have I? Yeah, I'm taking a YouTube short break. I figured that I'm going on holiday soon, so there's two options. Number one, I make a bunch of YouTube shorts to go on holiday for, or I don't make any and just take a bit of a break. And I went for that option. I went for the no YouTube shorts for a bit option. So I can come back to YouTube shorts with renewed vigor. I could maybe edit Shenhe pulls if they go well. Which hopefully they will. It's my birthday. It is my birthday tomorrow. To be clear, it's my birthday tomorrow. Not sure if I've mentioned. I think I have mentioned a decent amount. It's my birthday tomorrow. June 18th, 2025 is my birthday. That's pretty exciting. You should stop by for my birthday stream tomorrow. It's going to be on Cahir is Here, my other Twitch channel. Where I stream Genshin. Because my Genshin wife is having a rerun. Which means I need to give Hoyoverse my money. Simple as. I just fucking inhaled my spit. Genius. Absolutely genius. Hello, Felix. 11995 is nice this time of year. Is it? Is it? We'll find out. We'll find out. Put your hands together, because we're about to find out. But welcome, Felix. I hope your week has been going well. But yeah, I'll talk about Genshin stuff. The Genshins, because there's been a lot of Genshin developments over the past, like, since the preload got announced. Like, yeah. So we'll discuss that tomorrow. We'll discuss, but not today. Not today. We will not discuss it today. Not today. We can discuss other things today. Happy birthday Eve. Thank you, Felix. Happy birthday Eve to you too. I'm excited. I'm gonna get older. My back is gonna stop working. I'm thinking I'm gonna get a new wrinkle somewhere. I think that'd be fun. Getting a wrinkle. You know? That seems like it'd be interesting. I don't know about you guys, but I think getting a wrinkle would be pretty interesting. Maybe one of my hairs will go grey. Because, like, when you think about it, what are you going to be, 12? 12? I'm intrigued. Why is 12 where you went? Why was that your destination age? Is, I think, my question. Did you, like, pick a random number between, like, 1 and 14? It's in the stream title. Like, that's a good point. That's a good point! Wow, it'd be crazy if I turned 12 for 12k. Happy 1-year-old birthday! I think there's evidence to the contrary for that one. I'll be honest, half-eaten pumpkin. I think there is evidence of my existence. Wait, when was the Discord server created? Yeah, there's evidence for my existence as earliest as the 22nd of July, 2021. So keep that in mind. Cahir died and got replaced in June 2024. Ooh. Your parent anticipated a streamer baby. I like the singular use of parent there as well. Not parents, just parent. One person made me. 1 year ago, just checked. Yeah? That was 1 year ago. Was it? Crazy stuff. Hey, I'm Aoife and I just turned 4. I love that clip. Exactly. I think I could be, like, constructed, really. I think that would be quite funny if I was some kind of homunculus. I think it'd be pretty cool to be a homunculus when you think about it. Because, like, that's kind of groovy, you know? That's kind of, like, tell me that wouldn't be a good icebreaker. Tell me one interesting fact about yourself. What the fuck do I say, huh? Oh, I know. I'm a homunculus. No one would see that coming. I mean, maybe some people would kind of see that coming. I feel like if I were actually a homunculus, a concerning amount of people would go, oh, that makes sense, instead of any kind of, like, surprise. You know? I feel like most people would go, oh, okay. That's pretty logical. Maybe not the ones from Full Metal Alchemist, though. We'll see. To test tube, baby. Not that one. I don't want to be a test tube, baby. That'd suck. Albedo, though. Albedo, he's a cool homunculus. I realize why Cahir doesn't like to be called a cat boy. He's a cat girl. It's like... It's... You've got the wrong end of the term there. It's the cat part that I have the issue with, right? It's the cat part. That's the part I dispute. Because I'm a tiger, not a cat. But, yeah, no. For the record, I did not get replaced in June 2024. That, I did not. I can swear on all your lives that I did not get replaced in June 2024. It's okay to be in denial. I'm not in denial. I'm not even in the Mississippi. You identify... No, I am a tiger. I got the ears. Why did you just die? You didn't! I was not replaced in June 2024. Are you a dad? What? Pardon? Maybe? I don't know. I haven't checked lately. Strong dad energy. You're making dad jokes. I guess I do that, don't I? You got to go. Fair enough, Bruger. I hope you have a great rest of your day. You were saying moments ago I was 1 year old. If I were 1 year old and the father, that would be a bit fucked up. That would be a bit fucked up, I think. That's a bit young to be a father. When are you going to meet your daughter? If I ever play Zenless Zone 0, I guess. If I ever go and play Zenless Zone 0. Because there's that little tiger girl in it. Like, the issue is I've got a busy few days on my plate, and then I'm going on holiday. So I'm not sure I'll be able to install ZZZ in time to actually get her. But maybe I should just bite the bullet. Bite the zone. And lock in. But I also got to download the Genshin update tomorrow. There's a lot going on. I want to do the new Genshin story quest because I don't want that to be spoiled for me. I need to figure out what the fuck I'm going to do when I'm away from Genshin. When I'm away on holiday. When I'm away on holiday in general, I need to figure out what I'm going to do. Finn? Get it on mobile? To be fair, my phone does not have enough storage space for that. My phone does not have enough storage space for that. My phone, I keep on checking, and it's like 64 gigs. I've got about 56 gigs used up. Most of them are shit memes. Most of them are shit memes I've saved. Hello, Finn. Have you ever thought about... We're friends, right? Just to check. Before I jump any guns here. You know, I don't want to, like, get ahead of myself in asking this. Sure. I would have appreciated a more confident answer in that, but, I guess I'll just live with that. Have you ever wanted to maintain a friend's Genshin account for a week? You see, what I should have done there, now that I think about it, is ask that question before she answered the first question. Because there was a decent chance she would say yes. I could try, but I'd be scared I would forget. That is a fair concern. In the grand scheme of things. What if I asked really nicely that you don't? To be fair, you forgetting for like a day or two would still probably be worse, no, better, than me entirely not doing it for the whole week, right? Like, I know I have, what is it, 120 days of Welkin still? Kepler has funded my Welkin for, like, the rest of time, which I think is interesting. That'd be fucked up. Me not doing it for a week, or you forgetting for a couple of days. I probably could. Hell yes. Secured. Do not worry about my Genshin account anymore. Except Finn. Finn needs to worry about it. No one else needs to worry about it. Just Finn. I will get you my password. And Finn is nice because she's a very trustworthy person. You know, I feel like, in general, right? Like, if I had a very fragile base, and I needed someone to carry it for, like, a moment, I'd be like, hey, Finn, can you carry this, you know? Like, some people you'd worry that they'd, like, drop it for the bit. Finn, I don't think would. See, Mango would drop the base for the bit. Mango would drop the base for the bit. SFA can vouch true. SFA can vouch true. But I don't even think I need SFA's vouching. Have you guys seen those videos? Like, I keep on seeing these snippets of videos. I'm not sure if there's any longer running series behind these, or if I've just seen all there is to this series. But it's like, you know that game where it's like, if the balloon, like, you gotta keep the balloon off the ground, but it's like, if the balloon touches the ground, we die, you know? That kind of thing. I'm not sure if I've ever actually played the game like that. I've done the balloon, keep the balloon off the ground, but I've never gone, if the balloon touches the ground, I die. But anyway, they're like, if the balloon touches the ground, we die, right? But then they become immortal. So, like, they lock the balloon away in a place it will never touch the ground. So they don't die. So they're immortal forever. I feel like if I had that balloon, I think, like, maybe top of that list on who I would give it to would be Finn. You know? Oh, somebody does not want to say hello. That's a shame. I would totally not drop the base for the bit, depending on how expensive it is. The Balloon Boys, the Cheese Guys? Yeah, I think it is the Cheese Guys. I think the Cheese Guys does. Is it filled with helium? No, it's like just air balloon. You're so good with balloons? You are so good with balloons. I believe in you. I believe that. I believe that. SFA is yet another person. I think I would maybe be a bit suspicious to give the balloon to. You know? Like, I'm not sure. Sussy SFA. The S in SFA actually stands for Southport. I'm realizing the implication, not the implications. Southport's a controversial place. I just picked a random place that began with S out of my head. And I was like, Southport, yeah. My dad grew up in Southport. But now I remember that actually, maybe one of the most faith-destroying moments in the last... There have been a lot of faith-destroying moments in this country lately, I think, actually, now that I think about it. Now that I think about it, this country's had a lot of, like, consecutive faith-destroying moments. No, it stands for stand user. So I'm slightly schizophrenic or some shit. I see. But, no, you're clearly dressed in the most outlandish outfit known to mankind. I'd expect that out of SFA, actually. You know, I think when the Cahir meet and greet happens in 2028, I will expect the most bizarrely dressed person to be SFA. You know, I think I'd expect that quite well. You know, you guys better all be... Sometimes I forget 2028 is only 3 years away. Like, I said 2028 thinking that was a while off, but it isn't. 2028 is not a while off. 2028 is disturbingly close. If I fell off the roof of a building, that would be fucked up, I think. But the resulting coma, because I wouldn't die, the resulting coma would probably put me out until maybe, like, at least late 2027. So really, I'm one failed parkour stunt away from 2028, which is disturbingly close. You know? So, I think you should all write that down. That also means if I go radio silent at any point over the next few weeks, you guys need to remember that the 2028 Cahir meet and greet is still going to happen. You know Fire Emblem 3 houses? In Fire Emblem 3 houses, they're like, we'll meet up in 5 years for a class reunion. And for some reason, even though there is a current continent-spanning conflict going on, all the students do go back to the office of Sophista's Academy. It would be kind of like that. It would be exactly like that. I think. E. Hello Tobin, how goes it? I hope your week has been going well. There sure are a lot of things happening. Please inform us of the location so when that happens to you, you can go. I'm thinking over there. Just right there. About there-ish? You know? Do you have to leave the walls for this meetup? Obviously. Yes. Mango. Content Mango. If In 3 days, if in 3 days' time I fell off a building and went into a coma for 3 years, would you still live in the walls of my house? Or would you move to the hospital walls? Or would you entirely vacate and go to live in someone else's walls entirely? That's the question, I think. You're not sure. You, just for, like, the hypothetical sake, you should probably come up with an answer for that. You know. Just for the hypothetical. Mango, if I put a rat in your walls, would you put me ahead in the walls to move in the queue? I see. Well, here on your own accord. You're the one's keeping you there. Oh, I am, aren't I? Sorry, I forget that sometimes. I kind of like Stockholm Syndrome myself into thinking you belong here. You know? It was like Beauty and the Beast if the Beast was the one who was like, fell in love with Belle. He kind of did, actually. Also, sorry, Felix. I think maybe for that one... Like, you need to be punished at some point. So I think at this point, you're probably uninvited from the meet and greet in 2028. Sorry, it's just how it is. Wait. What are we waiting for? If you were to go into a coma, then surely after a while all the steels and stuff would deteriorate. That's a really good point. I'm gonna have to get those reinforced. Oh no, this is heartbreaking. It is. It really is, Felix. So is this a bit, or should I put it in my diary? I don't put it in your diary, because I'm not certain that it's going to be in 3 days, like it might be 4 or 5, right? Like, I'm not locking and loading when I'm going to fall off the building, because it's not going to be on purpose, right? But over the next few days, I am going to be on rooftops a lot. So it becomes a lot more likely, you know? So I'd, like, mark it in for, like, over the next few days. Wait, so you aren't going on holiday? No, I am going on holiday. It might be a building where I'm going on holiday. Because I'm still going to be on top of buildings there, obviously. Just going into a coma, not holiday. When you think about it, is a coma not a form of holiday? Because some people have, like, very vivid and intense dreams in comas, right? So if it's a good one, it's fucked up that people can, like, hear you when they're in a coma, but, like, they don't know until they wake up. Like, Dorsal Fin 1, can you tell... Dorsal Fin 1 can tell you all about comas. Dorsal Fin 1, can you tell us about comas? One more. If I get it at 12k exactly, I think there's probably going to be a debate that has to begin to ensue about whether or not this count, like, if 12k, because 12k is technically not before 12k. Like, it wasn't. This isn't a debate we have to start. Okay, sorry to all the people who believed that it might happen. I don't really know why you believed that. You won? Yes, SFA. I did not get the shiny before 12k. Yay, keeping your 10. You got a bit more. You got a bit more. When you think about it. You got a little bit more than 10k back. Wait, are we talking about Penacony? SFA did bring up Penacony, yes. The way Shiny Minccino doesn't even exist in this game. It doesn't, actually. I read a book recently. It was entirely unrelated to this. I just thought I'd tell you all. SFA, if you wanted to lose, you should have bet on yes. Did you want to lose, Mango? Was it the Poke Encyclopedia? No, it was a different one. It was what was it called? There were a lot of pictures of squirrels in it. And Minccino's almost a squirrel. Like, Minccino's like a chinchilla, right? I think. I've always kind of thought they were chinchillas. I might be wrong on this. But I've always kind of like been up on the belief that they're probably chinchillas. And chinchillas are distant cousins of the squirrel. Maybe. Sometimes I wonder if I shouldn't spread misinformation online. Did you guys know that I kissed Idris Elba on the mouth? You always thought it was a drink. Yeah, kinda. Spreading misinformation is what the internet's for. That is true. That is true. That is a true and fair point. It's a shame I never do, and I'm always telling the truth. Who is that? You don't know Idris Elba? No, you meant to say more misinformation as a joke, not a real anecdote. No, I was... Like, I just said that I'm not spreading misinformation anymore. Like, he is a very, very, like, prolific actor. He was in The Suicide Squad. He was in Luther. He's been in some Fast and Furious movies. He's Knuckles. He's Knuckles from Sonic the Hedgehog. He's the guy from Pacific Rim. He was in Cats. He was in Finding Dory? Oh, right, he's Heimdall. Sorry, I'm just remembering Idris Elba's filmography. My silica gels do not eat. What the fuck do you mean, do not eat? Is that an objective? I don't really know. I just eat them anyway. You know what? You know what? It's my birthday. You're gonna get a little bit of Cahir lore as a treat. As a treat. When I worked in retail, I was like the pallet guy, right? I was one of the pallet guys. Always emptying pallets and stuff. And whenever like a pallet in the boxes had silica gels in, I would shove them straight in my pocket. Obviously, we were meant to like throw them away or some shit. Whenever there was a silica gel packet, straight in my pocket. Straight in my fucking pocket. My favorite joke was to like just turn around to a coworker and be like, "Hey, you hungry?" And just give them a silica gel packet. I still have so many of them, is the truth of the matter. Because I like a little snack for Cahir, you know. I just still have a lot of silica gel packets around, really, when you think about it. My room, not moist. Very dry in this room it is, because of all my silica gel packets. Why does yours have don't consume in quotes? Okay, so basically, silica gel packets have do not eat written on them. As a test. The foolish sheep of our world, the betas, they'll look at that and be like, oh, I can't eat this. But us, the sigmas, we read that and we know it's not a rule, it's advice. And if we break through that advice and eat the silica gel, like the true monarchs we are, we get given the nectar of the gods. We get rewarded with a taste so good. You haven't experienced true bliss. You haven't experienced true bliss until you have had silica gel with milk. Just a big bowl of silica gel packets. Fill it with milk like cereal. Big spoon, not a little spoon. Not a little spoon. Big spoon. Salad serving spoon. Not just a tablespoon. Salad serving spoon. Why the quote? Did a famous person say it? Idris Elba did. It was Idris Elba. They got him to say it. Because he's so cool. Silica gel. Sorry, I've just distracted myself thinking about silica gel. I just had to pay a debt. What did I miss about spoons? Congratulations on paying your debt. Glad to hear that you're paying your debts. It would be alarming if you didn't, I think. If you fell behind on your debt payments. But we were talking about how silica gel is really tasty. And I was saying how you should put silica gel, just a load of silica gel packets in a bowl with milk, and eat them with a salad spoon. Is silica gel calcium silicate, or is it another silica? There are a lot of silicas. It's silica ambrosia. It's silica ambrosia. You don't know what that is? You don't know what silica gel packets are? Have you never opened a package that needs to stay dry? 'Cause silica gel is something put inside boxes to keep the contents dry. But calcium silicate also dries it? I don't ask me, man. You think I know what they put in food? Good stuff. What they put in food is stuff that makes me feel good. I don't know what's in an apple. Apple, I guess. It's in an orange. Orange. of varying shades. Someone in the office just made popcorn and now popcorn. You love to hear it. As in, like, you're getting some of this popcorn? Are you in the popcorn loop? Or are they just eating popcorn and you have to smell it? Because I think it would be a good team-building exercise for you to walk into their office, say, go long, and then open wide. They're hard, right? I mean, like, a lot of foods are hard. No, you're alone here on the second floor. You're scared of people. So did you make popcorn? How do you know there's popcorn involved here? This is my question, I think. What clued you into the popcorn's involvement here? Is my main question. Once when I was young, when our parents were out, me and my sister used to hold picnics. I put that in quotes. You couldn't see it, but I put it in quotes because, what's it called? Sometimes we didn't have them in the garden because it was raining outside or the middle of fucking winter. So we just had them inside. And one time she bought, like, spare ribs, little spare ribs. And I just ate through the bone. I was eating these fucking things whole. Not whole, I was nibbling at them. I was nibbling them down. I was eating, like, the bone and everything. And I ate through, like, 3 before my sister noticed. Like, Cahir, don't eat the bone! Don't do that! And I was just, like, a fucking dumbass 5-year-old. Just like, tasty. Because you smell it. From the second floor. So, you smell toast if you're having a stroke. So, you know what, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to finish that train of thought. I think merely suggesting it. This may be a bit mean. Crunch. Crunch indeed. Which is why I've got strong enough teeth to eat silica gel. No, I'm on the second floor. The popcorn is on the second floor. I only know the people on the third floor. Oh, I see. I understand what you're saying now. Sorry, I thought you meant there was no one on the second floor. I thought you meant you were alone on the second floor. I'm not having a stroke. I wasn't saying you were having a stroke. Because if you're having a stroke, you smell toast. Not popcorn. I was just wondering what might be happening. I was just wondering what, like... If you smell toast when you're having a stroke, what does it mean when you smell popcorn? You know? Alone on the second floor having a stroke. Goals. But there's popcorn around. That's true enough. That's true enough. It's fucked up. how the ground floor exists. Right? Do you want popcorn now? Why don't you go down to one stop? Both of you. Go down to one stop. But, what was I gonna say? Like, I don't know, I guess it makes sense that the ground floor is the ground floor, because it's like ground zero, and it's like, okay, it's the bottom of the building, and then the one is only the one above it, but like, it's like, why, isn't the, like, the when you go in, that's like floor 1, isn't it? It's like when you go in, that's the first floor you go onto. It's kind of like how babies start off at 0. Like, your age is how many years have elapsed. Is that how buildings work in the UK? Do they not work like that in America? Is that only, like... It's not just in the UK. This isn't just a UK thing, I'm certain. But generally we have, like, the ground floor, right? You have the ground floor of a building. Like, the first floor you enter in a building is the ground floor. The floor above that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, you know? But, like, the floor with the doors on it is the ground floor. You don't think that's how buildings work here often? That is... I just pressed the wrong button. That is surprising. If maybe... Now that I know America works like that, like, I kind of want to start defending the whole ground floor thing. So I'm just petty like that. I won't. But I just want... I want to. I want to do that. You know? That would be funny. You know. But, what brainwave am I trying to squeeze out my nose? I guess nothing anymore. I think they're all gone. They're not. There are more things to talk about, but I just mean on this train of thought. On the train of thought of buildings and ground floors, you know? Because I watched Interstellar yesterday. Invited the lads over and we watched Interstellar. Which is always very exciting. I love Interstellar. Interstellar, like, I've already ranted? Admonished? Poetically waxed about Interstellar on stream. I just like Interstellar a lot. Interstellar's a good movie. It's just a good film. A really, really fucking good film. Like, I must say, I do think Interstellar is probably one of my favorite films of all time. But I feel like I've already said that on stream. I feel like in starting to talk about Interstellar, I am fundamentally repeating things I've already said. Because there's, like... But it's just a good film. It's just an all-in-all good film. You know? And I don't know, like, the tragedy of the whole thing at the end kind of strikes me. And I like, it's fundamentally like a metaphor for like parenthood, which is a thing I haven't experienced yet. That I'll be experiencing in a couple of days, I think. This comes up on stream like once every 2 months, and for good reason. It's a good movie. I really fucking like Interstellar. Like, as much as it's a movie, like, as a movie, it's very big in scale, and yet it's small in scale at the same time, which is nice. Because, like, it's about saving all of humanity, right? But the film understands that no one gives a shit about saving humanity. What people give a shit about is the people they know. And that's, like, Michael Caine's thing. Is, like, the fact that he knows Cooper isn't gonna sacrifice himself for people he doesn't know, but he will sacrifice himself for his daughter, for the chance of his daughter having a future. And, like, so many movies, right? So many movies. Fucking Avengers, every Avengers film ever. Most superhero movies in general by this point, I'm gonna be honest. Fucking... like, so much of the time, right? Does a movie come along and is like, we gotta save the world! And, like, no one gives a shit. No one gives a shit about the entire world. It's just how it is. We're not built for that. We care about someone when we see them, right? When we see someone, we care about them. When someone tells you the world is going to explode, like, if I was given the privilege right now of announcing the world was going to end in 5 seconds, that would be fucked up. If I was given the privilege of announcing the world was going to end in, like, 2 days' time, you guys wouldn't think, like, no, not the whole world, right? You would think about the fact that, like, there are specific people in your life you might never see again. Who you'd want to see again. You would, like, call your loved ones, the people you love the most, that care about the most. Maybe try to meet up with them in the chaos, maybe not, you know? But, like, there'd be specific people you'd be sad about dying. But it wouldn't be the whole world. And Interstellar uses that in a really interesting way. Where, like, Cooper's motivation is mirth. And it does, like, the whole fucked up time thing really well. Like, after they fuck up on the water planet. And, like, they walk through the tapes. And, like, Murph is like, oh, I'm the age you were when you... Like, that's a fucked up scene. But what's even more fucked up to me is when he, like, goes up to her bedside and she's, like, an old, dying lady. Imagine having a child, holding them in your arms, as a little baby, as a little fucking baby, like, oh, little baby, little baby. You raise them, they grow up. And then less than a year later, right, the course of, like, the course of Murph's Interstellar is a lot longer. The course of Cooper's Interstellar is, like, a year. Right? They clarify, like, it actually takes them time to get between the planets. This is, like, a clarified thing, is they don't just get between the planets instantly. This does take them time. This is like a process to do these things. So like, let's say like it's a year. He sees his adorable little daughter, pissed off at him, mind you, fucking fuming with him that he's leaving. But his little baby daughter. And then the next time he sees her face and touches her face, she's dying. She is old and dying. When you think about it, that's just kind of what we do with dogs. And cats and just other animals. Like in July, it's a close family friend's birthday. And I'm hopefully going to see that dog. I was there when that dog was born. I saw that dog as a little itty bitty puppy. And now he's like old. Now he's got like that grey fuzz. That's fucked up. I'm gonna go to the toilet quickly. I'll be right back. Once I am back, we'll be continuing on with the shiny hunt. So, be sure to stay tuned, because I will be right back. Okay, we're back. Back again. You know how it is. You know how it is. Yeah, I'm looping back around to this, actually. I'm looping back around. We're continuing on the conversation I was having before. I don't care. We're continuing it. Cats and dogs and, like, mice and shit that have, like, lifespans so short in comparison to ours. But like, turtles and parrots, they're generational. People have to leave, like, their parrot in the will to someone when they die. Because the parrot will outlive them. If you got a parrot tomorrow, it might die, like, around the same time you would. Like, those guys have long-ass lives. They live for a while, if you, like, properly take care of them. Like, I saw a post the other day, about this, like, fucking tortoise that was, like, 37 years old. It was 137 years old. And he'd just become a father. Like, I don't know, I'm just impressed that he's still fertile at that age. Like, he's 130, and he's finally having his first, like, that's impressive. If I'm still fertile at 130, I'm not even certain I'm fertile today. Because all through my teenage years, I put my laptop on my balls, and apparently that's bad for them. I always keep my phone in my back pocket. The hot tip for people who want to rob me. I always keep my phone in my back pocket, because I heard if you keep it in your front pocket, you'll sterilize yourself. People are always like, oh, I keep my phone in my front pocket, so I don't, so it doesn't get stolen. It's like, okay, but you know what is getting stolen? Your ability to reproduce. To be fair, I don't think I want kids. Like, I don't think it matters. I could keep my phone in my front pocket. I could irradiate my balls. I don't think it would make a difference to my life, but I don't like the idea of irradiating my balls. Hot take. I don't want to irradiate my balls. Yeah, I said it. I said what no one else is willing to. I'm not going to irradiate my balls. 130 is truly the right age to propagate. Yeah, because, like, how long do tortoises live? $80 to 150. So, like, this guy's got, like, 20 years left. He's got 20 years of raising this child, and then he's chilling. You know? Like, he's fucked around, found out, and now he's going to use his Twilight. He's not going to be a good dad, is he? Anyway, like, that post stuck in my head because, like, the tortoisey, like, the mother of this tortoise's children was, like, 95 to 108, I think was the age range. And, like, they like, posted, like, I think it was Saul Goodman being like, she was how old? 95 to 108? Dude, you're fucked. You're going to jail. Which I found quite amusing. Do tortoises go through the menopause? Do you think... Do you think... Like, obviously, like, not like the age humans do. Because they're fucking tortoises. Fucking being the right word, apparently. Especially in this context. But, like... yeah. You know how it is. You know how it is. I maybe don't know how it is. Maybe I'm lying. Maybe I'm lying. Anyway. I made birthday cookies for myself yesterday. Not just for myself, obviously I had company over to celebrate my birthday a bit early. But I had company over. So I made birthday cookies for myself. And them. I keep on saying myself. It was a self-funded project with the birthday cookies. I put too much flour in them, which I wasn't that chuffed about. The issue was, right, was my measuring scale at some point got offset. They were raw? No, they weren't. I cooked those. I cooked those with my blood, sweat, and tears. Anyway, it was fun and it was quick. I feel like people don't realize how quick and easy cookies are to make, right? Like, maybe some of the ingredients are a bit inconvenient, right? Not going to claim that they're not. But, like, all in all, that was easy. That was easy peasy. I was done with that in like half an hour. And they were just made. I could have eaten them right then and there. I was saving them for later. But like that was half an hour and I had like 10 cookies. I could double the amount the recipe called for, have double the amount of cookies, in the exact same amount of time. Baking's awesome. Cakes take a bit of time. Not gonna... let's drop a fucking bottle on the floor. Not gonna like echo the sentiment with cakes, because cakes can take a while, and it's kind of difficult to get them decorated and looking pretty. But cookies you just fucking slonk on that tray, bada bing, bada boom, they're ready. Cookies are easy. I'm gonna cook cookies again sometime, and they're gonna be better, because I'm not gonna put too much fucking flour in them. So I'm going to make sure the scales don't malfunction this time. I'm still kind of pissed off at that, I'm going to be honest. I'm not chuffed that the scales fucking up. Because you could kind of tell they had too much flour in them, they rose a bit. Right? Like, you'd expect it could just kind of like flatten out, but they kind of rose a bit in the middle. It annoyed me. It annoyed me. Because yeah, you know? I know. But they were good. They were good. I tried to be fancy. What are those fucking star chocolates called? Those star-shaped chocolates? They're like magic stars or some bullshit. Because they're star-shaped and you know whatnot. I think... what are they... Rob, you'll know this, Rob. The little star chocolates that are in the shapes of stars, and they got little faces on them. What are those guys called? What's the name of those guys? Or I seem to have forgotten. Milky Way stars? They're called Milky Way stars? That's so dull and uncreative. Because, like, Milky Way is already a thing. Milky Way is, frankly, already, thing that exists. And the stars are nothing like Milky Way, because Milky Way has the fucking gooey stuff in the middle of it, and that's what makes them good. Magic stars, if we're technical about. Okay, so I was right about the magic stars. I was on the ball with the magic stars, is what we're learning here today, folks. I was correct. Because I'm always correct. Because I'm really intelligent and smart. So keep that in mind, folks. In the future, when you're questioning my intelligence, as you oft are, I'm sure. But, yeah, I put those in instead of, like, other kinds of chocolate. And then I found out later, from a friend who told me that you're not really meant to put, like, high cocoa butter chocolates in cookies. You kind of need, like, higher cocoa content in them if you want them to, like, be proper in there. And I think I understood that by the end. You know, it made sense by the end. I think I need to get actual cooking chocolate next time to put in the cookies in the future. And it's like, you know what? Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I think I jumped the gun a little bit on those. I just thought it'd be cute to have little stars in them. But it was also like, I don't know, it was like, I started putting them into the mixer and I was like, wait, these are gonna melt in here. These are gonna melt in the batter, and then they're not gonna be star-shaped. But they were star-shaped still. Some of them melted. Some of them melted in the batter, but there were other ones that were still star-shaped by the end. There were other ones that were still... There were still star shapes in there by the end, which is pretty exciting, if I do say so myself, because it was kind of cute. And that's what made them Cahir's special birthday cookies. It just kind of like, I don't know, okay. This is a tangent, but I think I'm always going on tangents. It's just how I talk, you know? It's just kind of how this conversation's been going, is I'm just going on a tangent, then another tangent, then another tangent, then another tangent, then another tangent. It's like a fractal! It's like a fractal! I love fractals! What was the tangent I was going to go on? I've now gone on a tangent about tangents and I've forgotten what I was actually going to talk about in the first place. Oh, right! It annoys me when people are like, what's the point in cooking a meal? I'm, like, cooking for 2 hours and I'm eating it in 10 minutes. What's the point? And it's like, nothing you put effort into making takes longer to experience than it does to create. Nothing. There are very few things in this world. But the time it takes you to appreciate them is less than the time it took you to make them. Right? Like if you make a painting, right? You're gonna appreciate that real quick. If you write a book, it's going to take you longer to write it than it will someone to read it. Unless they're really... Even if they're slow at reading, the cumulative amount of time they actually spend reading it, less. But, you know what? I just realized something. Something just blew my mind. When you read a book and it makes an impact on you, right? You're talking about the book after that. And maybe, just maybe, you'll be talking about a series for longer than it took to produce. I've not been talking about Blue Box longer than it's taken to produce yet. Sorry, I just had to get in the obligatory Blue Box reference this stream. But like, it will take Like, feasibly, something could leave an impact on your life for a longer amount of time than it took to create the thing. But the same's true with food. Right? Like, if you make a dish that banging, there's every chance that it'll be brought up again and again and again as to how good it was, and people will want you to make it more. And you'll spread joy because of that. And you'll spread joy to yourself, because if you make something and you want to make it again later, then clearly it's living in your head, so making it is worth it, because it brings you joy. Just because something takes time to make, takes more time to make than it does to experience, doesn't mean it's not worth making. It just annoyed me. It just annoyed me conceptually. It was a really stupid fucking thing. It was like, okay, sure, it does. But, like, what doesn't? There is joy and whimsy. There is as much joy and whimsy in the act of creation as there is in experiencing the result of the creation. Sorry, I like enjoy cooking, I think. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I don't enjoy cooking. Sometimes I forget to put the pasta on. I boil the kettle for the pasta, put the pasta in the boiling kettle, and then I realise after the timer's gone off that I never actually turned the hob on. And the pasta was never actually cooking on the hob for the last 20 minutes. And I've been cooking everything else as if that has been happening. So I then have to start panicking, because what if I burn everything else? That would suck balls. That's not fun. That's not fun at all. That's quite a bummer, really, when you think about it. You know. But all in all, I'd say cooking is a pretty fun process. I like a good bit of cooking. Any other cooking lovers here? What's everyone's favorite dish to make? What's everyone's, like, favorite thing to cook? I've been popping off recently, and, okay, my sister, when I mentioned this to her, seemed very unimpressed of the ingredients I was using in this, and I don't really know why. But it was like a sausage and rice dish that I've been doing lately. It was this nice sausage and rice dish with, like, pepper and... Okay, it's meant to be spring onion, but if there's no spring onion, I just put regular onion in it. And there's definitely a difference between those two things, and in the result of the two dishes, but they're pretty substitutable with each other. They're not, like, so different that it matters. Like, the only real difference between a spring onion and, like, a whole onion is, like, whole onions make you cry when you cut them. Which is fucked up, because why do they do that? Is it, like, to make the things that eat them pissed off? Like, oh, I'm crying. I hate this. I'm never going to eat this again. Is that the strategy behind it? Because, like, you're not protecting yourself, because, bro, you just got, like, bitten. Like, sometimes human history interests me. Because it's like, how the fuck did the first people to cut onions, like, react to the fact that it was making them cry? Did they even know it was the onions? Because, like, some people just do not draw the cause and effect. How man-made are onions, I guess, is maybe the actual question here, right? Because, like, people kick up a fuss about, like, genetically modified shit. Nothing we eat today is what it was like in the wild. Nothing that we, like, eat today is like as it was in the wild back when we first found it. We fucking selectively bred that shit into the peak tastiness we could. Hello, Traveler, how goes it? Your Thomas thought it was Wednesday and thought you were late to stream. No, it is Tuesday still. Do not worry. Do not worry. It is not yet Wednesday. It is the regular... It's the Monday stream on a Tuesday, because I had people over yesterday, so I'm doing this today instead. You did miss a bit of a gamba, though. Although I don't think you could have entered now that I think about it, but you did miss it. That doesn't mean you didn't miss it. Right, we've now done over 100 encounters. We've done 115 encounters at this point, which is pretty exciting. Pumpkin! Pumpkin on the YouTubes! How goes it, Pumpkin on the YouTubes? Big fan of your profile picture. I'm a big fan of your new profile pictures on the Discords and the YouTubes as well, clearly. It's always a nice feeling when you recommend something to someone and, like, they like it. As Forrest Gump once said, shit happens. He probably did. I feel like I've watched Forrest Gump. I feel like it. Somewhere in my body, I feel like I've watched Forrest Gump. I do not remember watching Forrest Gump. I do not remember anything about Forrest Gump. I know the Run, Forrest, Run moment, but that's been memed. Like, people meme that often. Right? To the point where, like, I'm not convinced that... Yeah. Cahir, have you ever worn a dress/skirt? Odd question. That's an odd one. No. I wouldn't necessarily be opposed. I think I would slay. But I am not. Why? Why is this a question you've asked? Caballerina. Will you wear wigs? Maybe. Why not? Because even if you don't pay as much heed to societal norms, they still kind of follow you around. Just how they work. Innit? I'm still really intrigued as to why you're asking this. Still very much questioning the source of this question. But the airflow is great. I can imagine that. Let me just double check that I'm getting my names right here. That's now on my search history, I just realized. I'm more of a briefs guy. I'm more of a briefs guy. So, it wouldn't really be that much airflow, because I'm more of a briefs guy. I'd have to change my, like, underwear preference for that. You know? Because I wouldn't really be that airy. What do you mean? Generally, when people talk about skirts and airflow, they're referring to their penis. The airflow around their penis, as far as I'm aware. I don't know, maybe I'm just stupid, and that's not at all... Like, that's one of those sentences where I'm like... That's the joke, at the least, I guess. Maybe this is a me issue. No, I've decided it's not. I've decided it's not a me issue. You know. I was gonna, like, turn it on you and be like, have you ever worn a dress or a skirt, Pumpkin? But you've said the airflow is great. So I feel like that kind of has already answered that one, you know? Are you, like, preparing for a Hina words? Are you preparing for a Hina cosplay? Alright. When you wear them, they make your thighs very cool. You are! Oh, that's cool. I hope it goes well. I guess that does make sense. And that wouldn't be really a briefs issue unless I was wearing the the long briefs. I don't know where that comes. Unless I was wearing the long briefs. Is that Traveler? It is Traveler. Barisa cosplay. I don't know where to get anything, but I really want to. Well, Blue Box is a shonen manga, so I'd say there's a solid chance that online and stuff there would be places that would sell that kind of thing. But at the least, I think you could, like, shop it together, right? Because, like, what does Hina wear? Okay, so yeah, like, I'd say her pink cardigan is a bit more of, like, an iconic look for her. So, when Abibebu? Abyss. That doesn't make sense, doesn't it? Yeah, I'd say the pink cardigan, a pink jumper and a cyan skirt for casual wear. Yeah, yeah. I'd say it's more of a cardigan. She's got, like, the ribbon over, like, a dress shirt. Dress shirt would be easy to get. Ribbon is a ribbon. So I think the plaited blue skirt would be, like, the biggest issue. Oh, they got a Hina figure. They got a Chinatsu figure! Wait. Wait. Log in to see price. Little Buddy Distribution Company. Don't make me fucking sign up to you. That's bullshit. I hate websites. Main problem is you need to get a fringe. Wig. Even if there isn't, like, a specific Hina wig, there's probably enough, like, pink-haired anime girls out there that you could, like, get a wig and fix it up with minimal styling. Also, Goro cosplay when? Here is a Catboy cosplaying Goro is fucking fitting. Fit-ing. The issue is SFA. Is Guts said they were going to cosplay Verisa. Pip said he wants to cosplay Goro. I feel like I can't step on their feet. You should be asking when I'm going to cosplay Shenhe. But you want a Hina hair. That's, you know what? That's fair. Can't slate that. Can't slate that at all. Hina does have nice hair. I don't know, that was the thing that always surprised me about her. It's like, Blue Box, even in, like, even in the anime that has more outlandish hair colors than the manga does, Hina's hair is just always pink. Like, is her hair naturally pink? Or, like, does she dye it? Because, like, Hayu's got, like, browner hair in the manga, right? You should color it pink, then you're fine. That's fair enough, that's fair enough. You have much experience with dyeing hair? I considered it when I'm young, but at this point... Hold on. Shalonen cosplay. You mess with Shalonen. Shalonen would be an interesting cosplay. Yeah, no, Shalonen is an ocelot. Shalonen is an ocelot. You do not... Understandable, yeah. I considered dyeing my hair when I was younger. But at this point, right, my hair in real life is longer than my VTuber model. This VTuber model, right? This VTuber model has really long hair, yeah? My actual real life hair, way longer than this. And I wouldn't want to dye it at this point because I've put so much effort into growing it out. You know? Slay Queen, real and thank you. You know, it's like... Hina cosplay when? I don't think I'd be cosplaying Hina. I don't think Hina's the character from Blue Box I'd be cosplaying. No, cat's out of the bag. What's the cat in the bag? Big W for bagging cat. Huh? Be Snow White, Hina. Again. Anyway, Bucket, I wouldn't want to tread on your toes, you know? You've got to do the whole line. Every outfit she's ever worn, you know? Average combo between you and SFA. Yeah, no, I do not know what's going on. I don't know, I've only cosplayed once. I've cosplayed one time in my life. Cobble Thunder! What's your fave Pokemon game? Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Gen 7 in general is just my favorite generation. Alola is one of my favorite regions. So the Youth Leotard, your thingy will learn to talk. Gen 7 is good, Gen 7 is peak. I'm glad that, like, I mean, the general Pokemon shift always is happening. It's kind of like just an omnipresent part of the fandom. But I'm glad that shift is starting to, like, brush over to Gen 7 and Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Like, it feels like we've now passed the X and Y peak years and are now getting more into Usum, which I'm a very big fan of. All conversations between you end up in 3 points. Ultra-specific, brain-rotten, nonsensical. SFA, actually, they end up in 2 points, because the nonsensical is just a given. Just a omnipresent thing. Layered over most things you say. You know? Sorry, I just got another fucking Snapchat notification. I hate Snapchat so much. Because, like, I accidentally, like, just gonna retell this story, it's pissing me off. I accidentally opened Snapchat the other day. It has been spamming me with, like, 7 notifications a day since. Like, part of me wants to keep it around, because there are some people I have on Snapchat I haven't spoken to in a while. And what if, for some reason, they won't, but what if they wanted to message me? Take on my Snapchat. Maybe. But you were just SFA. You were just SFA. Yeah. That makes sense. Like, yeah. Anyway, to flip the question, what's everyone else's favorite games? Pokemon games. I feel like this isn't a question I ask all that often. I'm not sure Traveler will have one. But, the people involved. Because, like, I don't know. Pokemon is an interesting franchise, because... A favorite what? You didn't hear. Pokemon game. Yeah, no, I feel like Pokemon as a franchise is generally, like, one where the first game you play generally ends up being your favorite. Between Black and White Children and some Legends Arceus, nice! No, like, I replayed Legends Arceus to see if it beat Tattoo Sun. It didn't quite, but Legends Arceus is definitely up there. Is definitely up there on my tier list. I'd probably S tier it. And Pokepox, I mean, naturally. No, Legends Arceus is very good. I hope that we do get more Legends games like Legends Arceus set in the past. I'm glad that Legends doesn't necessarily have to mean a game set in the past. Like, Legends ZA, I think, being set in the present is maybe a bigger door opener for like Legends games than we realized. To be fair, now I could end up being wrong here, but I think a Legends game set in Johto would be likely to be set in the past. I could see, because people are often thinking about Pokemon games set in the future. I could see a Hoenn game being set in the future. I could really envision a Hoenn game being set in the future. Obviously, a lot of people are like, oh, Wild West Juniper. That would make sense. I could see Juniper being set in the future as well, but I think a Wild Western Juniper would be the best way. Like, that would be peak. But also, I guess Juniper isn't really set in the Wild West. Like, Juniper is like New York City, isn't it? So I guess Juniper being, like, getting a Wild West Juniper game would be a bit odd. But I'd like it. But again, I could also see it being set in the future. Alola? Maybe not future. Alternate timeline, I'd say, is likely for Alola. Where, like, the Ultra Beast didn't get, like, purged. Ultra Beast ran amok. Gala colonies. Yeah, no, Legends Juniper game is actually set during the Unovan fight for independence from Gala. I wonder if we got another game set in Juniper, if they would take the implication that the region was colonized. Because, like, I feel like if you acknowledge the fact that Juniper was colonized by, like, Paldea, Kalos, and Gala, then you're inviting a lot of very concerning ideas to the park on that one, right? So it kind of begs the question, are they going to do it for parity? To be fair, so you dropped your phone in water. Luckily, it's mostly fine, but now the speaker sounds like it's a handout from 1980. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I mean, if you leave it out to dry, it might stop doing that. I feel like phones are generally waterproof these days, so it should be fine. But, dictatorship cancer. Oh no. Oh no. But yeah, no, Alola, as much as it's implied to have a lot of tourism from Kanto, I'm not sure it was ever implied to be part of the same governing body as Juniper. So I do wonder if they would go for that kind of thing. They would go for that. Predicting it's not 12,195. Interesting. Is this reverse psychology, Felix? Are you trying to reverse the psychology here? So sometimes anyway. No, it's just not happening at this point. No. Yeah, but yours is older. It's like a Galaxy A71. You have to check settings. Oh. Will it be fine? Is it waterproof? But, what was it called? You're gonna get it on a random 4-digit number. No, I'm not! Felix, count the digits in that shiny encounter number. I need you to count the digits in this and tell me again that it's going to be a 4-digit number. Oh, 4 even digits. 4 even digits. Here, it's not going to happen, just hop on Genshin. No. I mean, realistically, I wouldn't want it to happen today, right? Because I want good luck on the Shenhe banner tomorrow. Because then I can get this once I'm back from Spain. You know? Because it will be before 20k. Oh, I see! So if it's not at 12k, then I have to wait till 14k. Interesting, but concerning. Also means I'm not going to get it for another 100 encounters, actually, now that I think about it. That's crazy. I guess we'll see if Felix is right. Felix has made a very bold prediction now. But I think it's more broad prediction than he was trying before. So I think he's got more chance of being right. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2 would eat. Though, that's true, it would. That is very true, actually. Are you locking that in as your prediction? Are you locking that in as your next prediction? My arm kinda hurts. Which is crazy. It's like a pain in my forearm. I don't like it. Sure, why not? What have you got to lose? So... You know what? You'll find out. Are you ever going to play Honkai Star Rail? I don't think so, honestly. I don't know. I don't know what it is about Honkai, but it never really grabbed me all that much. If I played it, it'd be for Robin, but I feel like I'd get Robin and then stop playing again, so... ZZZ I've contemplated. Woo seems interesting, but I don't really want to play another game that's too similar to Genshin. Putting another open world gacha on my menu. Not sure. Not sure. But, yeah, no, like, I don't know. It seems good and interesting. I just never really felt particularly attached to, or, like, much desire to play it. The main game I kind of am, like, gacha game I am waiting for at the moment. Let me find it. Let me find it. Silver Palace. Silver Palace seems sick. Silver Palace being the, like, game set in, like, a kind of, like, Victorian-y Renaissance-style city where you hunt vampires. That seems sick. I'm definitely gonna play that. What about the new Pokemon Hoyo game? The issue is Honkai Anime Nexus, as it's called, is looking to be a game very similar to Pokemon Masters, in that it takes other characters from other Honkai games and puts them in this new world. Now, if it's Hoyo games in general, I'll be more interested. Because then we'll have a chance for some Genshin and ZZZ and other things around, right? But if it's just Honkai Impact 3rd and Honkai Star Rail, then it's just going to be a bit of like a reference game, right? It's going to be a bit of a game built for people who play those games to also play. Which doesn't really interest me. Shenhe Bachonga Spec. If that happens, I'm playing. If that happens, I'm in. All in. But I have my doubts. Because it's called Honkai Anime Nexus, so I have a feeling, a strong feeling, that it's probably going to be about Honkai Impact 3rd and Honkai Star Rail characters. And who knows, maybe it'll surprise me and it'll be using the characters, but they'll just be in the world, right? It won't be like a very referential, oh, you need to understand these other games. It's intended for other games. Other players of, like, games I don't play. I saw Blade, he's allegedly a pillar of plot, Blade is plotter. Exactly, but he's a Star Rail character. The issue is I was really excited for Honkai Pokemon. Like, not Honkai Pokemon, Hoyo Pokemon. Hoyo Pokemon, as, like, an idea that grabbed me. I was like, oh, shit. Oh, shit. But then again, it was like, it's a game starring characters from games I don't play. So I was quite disappointed to find out. Like, I really wish it had just been, like, a truly original game. But I don't know. People are always, like, making theories about how Genshin's going to connect to Honkai Star Rail. And my hot take is, I kind of hope it doesn't in any direct way. Like, if there's, like, a signifier that they take place in the same universe, that's fine. That's fine. But people are like, oh, like, these two things are going to intersect. And it's like, but I don't care for that. I'd rather these games just exist separately, you know? Not everything needs to be Avengers. Like, I feel like we just spent the last decade getting increasingly bored of everything being a crossover. Didn't we? Is that not what just happened? So you don't know his lore? No, I have no idea who he is. I'm gonna be honest, SFA. But yeah. Like, I don't know, crossover games can be fun. So I'm not necessarily gonna slate Anima Nexus for being one. I just feel like we don't need Genshin to overtly connect its lore to Honkai Star Rails. But alright. But yeah, I don't know, like, I've never really been much of a gacha gamer. I tried out Pokemon Masters. Well, it's from Honkai Impact 3rd. I heard that Honkai Impact and Honkai Star Rail were technically already in the same universe. So I guess that does make sense. You know, I played Pokemon Masters for like a moment, and then I stopped. It just didn't really grab me in the end. I don't know, it wasn't like... I like the concepts, it's just the gameplay style didn't really grab me much. Fire Emblem Heroes is, I think, the gacha game I played the most consistently. Because I really did play that for, like, multiple years straight. Logging on every day for the login bonuses. Pulling a load of characters. I don't think I ever got a 5-star to plus 10. But I got a number of, like, big bonus 5 stars in my time playing. Obviously, the thing that put me off was the power creep. Some people are like, oh, I hope Genshin has a second chapter. And it's like, okay, I appreciate where you're coming from. You go to bed tomorrow's the second to last day of school, then vacate. Oh, nice. Well, best of luck. Have good rest, and best of luck, traveler. I will see you tomorrow, I do presume. But yeah, people are like, oh, I want Genshin to last for years, and it's like, okay, sure, but people are already complaining about power creep 4 years in. See you on Shenhe banner, indeed, indeed. You know, so like people are already complaining about power creep, like at this point where we are, right? Genshin power creep isn't all that bad, all things considered. Like, it's not great. It's power creep, it's happening. But like, it's a very slow creep. Right? Like, a lot of the time when a game has a power creep, it's an entire overhaul of the meta. But if a game like Genshin keeps on going, it will just power creep itself out of being enjoyable. I'd much rather Genshin get to the end of its story and stop than it go on until 2030 and then I stop playing in 2028. Because actually, I guess Genshin is... I'd rather it not go on for like another decade, but then I stop playing in like 4 years because they've like once again made a new 5-star that entirely negates all the other 5-stars in the game. And Abyss is now only clearable with like that 5-star and maybe like C6 of the last 2 5-stars they released. And like not C6 Malweaker. C6 Malweaker was gone years ago. You know? Like, it'll be sad when it stops. Because Genshin, I think, is a very special game. I'd be surprised if there are any games that quite hit like Genshin do. You know? Because Genshin, like, I think... Like, one of the reasons it is just that good to me is it is just a very good game with a lot of care and effort put into it. And that's what I love about it. But... I'd rather it stop on its own terms than just run until it's out of steam. Because that's what Fire Emblem Heroes is doing right now, really. Is it's just kind of running on until, like, it's going to lose steam eventually. Eventually the money it makes isn't going to be worth the money it takes to spend to make the characters. And at that point, it's just going to be like... And, like... More or less once a year, they introduce a new concept that entirely, like, upends the entire meta. But then throughout that year, they add another, like, 10 characters who entirely fuck over the meta. 6 of them being seasonal characters, which means you can only get them during a very specific season. It's like... A game that has outrun its welcome is a sad sight. And it would be sad to see Genshin become that. Fundamentally, I think if they don't play their cards carefully and do try to continue it after Chesnaya, it could experience a big fall-off. People try to act like Narlan's a fall-off. Narlan isn't a fall-off. A fall-off is something else entirely. And that's not Narlan. That's not Narlan at all. Don't worry, Cahir, you'll get it 32,123. What's a palindrome? Oh, that's cute. I like that. I fucking hope not. It has taken me, like, 2, maybe 3 years at this point. To get to this point of the hunt. So you're saying I wouldn't get it until, like, 2029. I hope you find Minccino before the meet and greet. So do I, Felix. Taco Cat, race car. I think this... It's not my longest hunt yet. But it's really shaping up like it might be. You know? It's very much shaping up to the point where it's looking like it will. Don't worry, we'll keep doing it while I'm in the coma. That's great to hear. That's really good to hear. I was really worried about that, actually. Thank you. I did a short when I started this hunt. And if I can find that, then... Wait, okay, no, I know when I started this hunt. Wait, do I? I started the Dunsparce hunt. Just a bit before I started the Minccino hunt. And I know that the Dunsparce hunt lasted over the Scarlet Violet first wave of DLC, which obviously came out in 2022. I think I started this hunt in 2022 at some point. I don't think it's been 3 years yet, but it's coming up to it. Also, what are you going to do when you get it? You've been doing it for so long. Something more masochistic, I think. This is taking me 3 years. The next time I do will take me 3 decades. That seems reasonable. That seems reasonable indeed. You know what? I'm always so secretive. I'm always so secretive. I don't know why. I don't know what it is about me that loves a good secret. I'm always so secretive. Basically, there's that clip online. I think it's purpled. No. It's not purpled. He's got purple in his name. I think. Does he? Purpled is the Minecraft streamer. Who is it? I don't know. I've forgotten his name. There's that one clip of that guy who's playing Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, and he finds a shiny Starly in the catching, like in that first encounter with the starter. And it's like, the bird? Purple Cliff! It's Purple Cliff. That's who it is. And he's like, oh, the bird! And then he sends out the Turtwig, and the Turtwig's shiny as well. And the odds for that to happen are so fucking low. But that's in Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. The chances of that happening in Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl are tens of thousands more likely than it happening in Diamond and Pearl. I think the shiny hunt I want to do after this one is to get the shiny Starly and starter on screen at the same time. In Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. I just think that would be like... No, do every spinner. I think there's a chance of me doing the BDSP, not BDSP one, the double shiny one. Spinder, there's like a billion of those. I don't think you could catch all the Spinder in your lifetime. Oh boy. What do you mean? It'll be easy. I'll get it in 3 encounters. If I do it, I might do like multiple screens, honestly. Just to kind of offset the odds. It wouldn't offset the odds, I'm going to be honest. So it's 1 in 8,100... It's 1 in 8,192. Let's square that. One in 67 million. Unless I fucked up the odds somehow, I think it's 1 in 67 million. If we assume it takes a minute for every soft reset. Okay, so that's an hour. That's 40,000 days. That's 127 years! There's no way. There's no way. That's 100... I'd do like 8 at once. I'd do like 8 instances at once. Maybe 16. Easy, easy. Is this music Fire Emblem? No, it's Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Probably one of my favorite video games. It's also got Nia in it, and she is another wife of mine. Big Nia Xenoblade fan I am. There's swords, there's swords. I was gonna say Smash Bros. Yeah, no, what? No. Anime sword fighter still kind of is Pirate and Mithra still. You know? Nier Automata? No, NIA. She's funny. I like her. She's Welsh in the English dub, which I enjoy a lot. Honestly, I think... I don't know what studios Xenoblade Monolith Soft use for casting, but I think... more companies should use it. Like, in the same way that Robin's singing "Rise up into my world" almost made me play Star Rail. The Scottish Mouse almost made me play Woowa. I am a big fan of the Scottish Mouse. What is NIA? Peak. That's my answer. Sing like the queen you are. I just did. I just did. Alright. Man, it's crazy that it's been over a year since I played Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Actually, it's coming up on a year since I replayed Breath of the Wild. No, Tears of the Kingdom. Which is kind of whack. Since I played Tears of the Kingdom live on stream. It's coming up on it. Doesn't mean it's close on it, but we're coming up on it. In fact, I've got my YouTube channel open, so... I can just scroll down, because it's really not that far since I started, yeah. Okay, 8 months ago it says. Oh man, I started that right after the Soul Silver Nuzlocke too. Oh right, it was around the time Echoes of Wisdom released. That was a good game. Why haven't you posted shorts in so long? I've just been a bit burned out of them. The issue is I try to make brand new shorts instead of just clips. Because, I don't know, a clip needs to be particularly funny, particularly stand out for it to, I think, do well. You know? Like, I know, like, it seems almost natural to post clips of yourself as a streamer. Because, like, so many streamers blew up from clips. Like, look at Queso, for example. iShowSpeed has, like, a lot of his notoriety is him doing, like, bizarre shit and it blowing up online. Like, a lot of the time it's small clips that kind of, like, drill you into the public eye. But it needs to be a particularly funny clip. So I thought I'd try and make stuff from scratch. You know? Which is where, like, the Genshin quiz and stuff came in. Because I like the idea of like that kind of interactive content. But yeah, the issue is I fundamentally just burned out a bit. In a way, I started Genshin shorts to escape my burnout of Pokemon shorts. And I'm kind of burnt out of Genshin shorts as well. So yeah, no, my plan is, after I'm back from my holiday, I'm going to get back into short making. That's the goal, that's the dub, is get back from holiday, get back to short making. The Genshin quiz will resume. I'll probably do another shoddily drawn Genshin character, because that series is still one of my favorites, and I want to do more of that. Maybe I'll do another Genshin bingo, because we'll probably be getting closer to the next thing. Maybe YouTube will hate me. There's every chance YouTube will hate me, and all my shorts will do horribly, but it's a break I needed, I think, because I just really, like, was dragging myself to edit those shorts. Like, oftentimes I would not get a short done the day I intended to post it, because I just could not motivate myself to edit it. So, just a nice gap, a nice break, and then hopefully I can come back with a fresh mind and rock it right back into them. But it's definitely a thing I need to continue doing, because I've had a lot of people tell me that, like, it's my TikToks and my YouTube shorts that bring them to my channel. So it's definitely a thing I need to continue doing. Okay, there's something in the Discord you need to see. I will check it out once I have finished stream. I try not to check the Discord on stream, just because I feel like it's bad etiquette, you know? When I'm streaming, I want to be focusing on stream chat. Not everyone who watches stream will be in the Discord. So unless it's like, there's like a particular flavor of things that there's particular flavor of things that I might end up showing. Like I'm gonna stop digging my hole. I don't check Discord on stream is the point. It's urgent. I don't check Discord on stream. I'll be live for another 20 or so minutes. Once that's up, I will check. However, if anyone else wants to check it out, !Discord. I'm not sure if there's anyone else here that isn't in the Discord at this point, but you know how it is. You know how it is. Alright. Is there anything else on the discussion docket? I can't stop thinking about you and Morosiny. Hi, I'm you and Morosiny. How old are you? I'm 4 years old. You're the youngest person ever. But the thing is that clip cuts off then and there. Because it's kind of funny for him to be like, you are the youngest person ever. And then it cuts. Gallagher is 13. That is a larger number than 4. That is a larger number than 4, unfortunately. But good try. But it's the fact that it's the rest of the clip. It's the rest of the clip. I've seen the rest of the clip, and it's kind of like zooms in like, hey, I'm on vacation. And it's like, that's it? That's what you're doing? Singing quite shoddily? Like, okay, no, I get it. This is a 4-year-old. Meant to be cute. Meant to be like a cute little, like, oh, he's a little guy on stage. He must be so scared, you know? But like, he's not good at this. Ewan Morosiny is not a good singer. He's not. I'm going to be the one to say it. I'm going to be the bigger person here. Much bigger than a 4-year-old. Because I'm almost 20 years older than a 4-year-old, actually. He wasn't a good singer. I'm saying what we're all thinking. His singing was not good. Now, he's not progressing to the second round. They probably, yesed him. They probably yesed him through, right? I'd assume they yesed him through because he was fucking 4. Imagine being a 4-year-old. Imagine how formative an experience for you it would be if, 4 judges you see on TV looked you in the eyes and said, "You're not good enough." That wasn't that great, actually. That would tear me up inside. I would not be ready to experience that information. Because he's fucking 4. But honestly, I think Yomorosini was almost ready. I just think he was doing the wrong thing. Everybody knows that these Got Talent shows are always won by mediocre magicians. There was that one time the dog won. Pretty sure there was cheating allegations there. But there was that one time the dog won. But the rest, it's mediocre magicians. The winner of these talent shows are always mediocre magicians. So if Ewan had just learned some very basic and simple magic tricks, he would have had it in the bag. He would have won. I would have voted for him. Because I'm a simpleton. Like the stupid masses who always vote the mediocre magician. Because we're like, how do you do that with the cards? How do you do that with the cards? Where did that rose come from? How did he guess what was on Simon Cowell's mind? And it's like, sure. But if it was a 4-year-old doing it, new meta. New Got Talent meta. 4-year-olds doing mediocre magic tricks. And that's impressive because they're 4. A 4-year-old doing a mediocre magic trick is like a 16-year-old doing an advanced magic trick. You know? This is the real reason I'm so mad that I've irradiated my testicles. Because if I could have a 4-year-old, not only would he be the new youngest person ever, but also I could teach him to do mediocre subpar magic tricks, put him on Britain's Got Talent, and he would sweep the nation. Genius! I'm sorry, what? I've been very clear throughout this conversation. I don't think there's any ambiguity in what I've been saying so far today. At all. You know? One of the judges just needs to start being #real and pressing the buzzer when the kid is boring. Exactly. Exactly. Like, every single clip is like this kid I'm on vacation. And then they edit in the buzzers and shit over it just because they think it's funny. But no, he deserved that. He deserved all 4 buzzers. He wasn't a good singer. He was bad at it. I could do a better job. He's a fucking scam. Youngest person ever privilege, you know? If he was 50 and sung the exact same way, they wouldn't have even shown him on TV. He wouldn't have even made it to TV. But because he was 4. Because he was 4, we're celebrating mediocrity. You also have a daughter, so don't forget about her. I do, but I'd not started playing ZZZ yet. So, Amanda Holden, this is your chance to redeem yourself in the eyes of the people. Be mean to children. Exactly. Exactly. When that child is mediocre, below average at what they are doing, buzzer them. they're no good. One day, if we keep buzzing these mediocre children and getting them off stage, one day, one of those very toxic parents who wishes to thrust their child into the limelight one of those horrid parents who are thrusting their children into the limelight trying to make them famous are going to create the best child star ever. When are you going to pay child support? Next question. It just took me out, because that clip has always ended in, like, you are the youngest person ever. But upon seeing him start singing, it's like, why isn't this included more? This is horrible. This is... Like, you forget in the whole... What's your name? My name is Ewan Morosny. And how old are you? I'm 4 years old. You are the youngest person. You forget that he's got an act to follow that up with. He's not just a cute little kid on stage. He's got to perform. And I know what you're thinking. Cahir, that's a 4-year-old on stage in front of thousands of people. Could you do a better job? Yes. Yes, I could. Yes, I could! Get that fraud out of here. Get that fraud out of here. I remember when they had the flaming, like, bicycles and they took them outside. That was pretty impressive. Didn't someone get hurt when they did that? Am I stupid? Sandy, hello, how goes it? I hope your week has been going well. Today I'm hunting for the uncatchable Minccino to start Pokemon Black and White. Sending my untalented child to go to BGT to teach them a life lesson. That's real parenting right there. That is real parenting right there, you know? How's hell, yeah, glad to hear it, and good luck, thank you. I need it, I'm at 12,000 encounters. And counting. Yeah, no, like, gentle parenting is out. Making your child perform in front of thousands of people, in. We need to, get the child... Like, you need to make sure, right? You need to make sure that this child is performing specifically after one of those people who sing pop songs really emotionally. Because everyone will be really emotional over, like, the pop song being sung really emotionally, right? And then this child's out on stage, and he's going to fuck it up. Whatever this kid sings, they're gonna sing it badly. It's just how it is. They're a child. And I think that will really, like, kind of drill into them the difference in skill level. I watched very little of Britain's Got Talent this year. I saw that KSI was a judge for a bit instead of Bruno Tognoli. Glad that Bruno's there, honestly. I used to watch Strictly when I was younger, and Bruno was there, and now he's here. Why are you just a hater? What? You and Morosny's dad, huh? Huh? But, like, one of the things was this guy who came up on stage, and he sung 500 Miles. You know. And I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more, just to be the man who walked 1,000 miles, who fall down at your door. But he sang it like really emotionally, like from the heart, and it's like, no, this isn't like a deep and emotional love ballad. This is a bombastic declaration of love. I feel like you're missing the point of the song if you're going to sit down and sing it all emotional and teary-eyed. Like, everyone in the audience was, like, crying, and it was like, no. And, like, all the judges were like, this was great, and it was like, no. No. That's... This isn't what the song's meant to be. Maybe I am just a hater. Like, I feel like often I put myself into the category of not being a hater. But sometimes I am a bit of a hater, aren't I? Hey, at least it's only about the relevant things. You were 4 once, and in your words back then, why don't we nice? Look. Simply put, you just should have sung that song better. You didn't get into the second round. Not because the other competitors were better than... I mean, they were all better than you. But because you were just the worst. Because you were 4. Alright. Oh. Shikata music. Alright. Where are we getting to today? I'm thinking 12-190. I'm thinking 12-190. That's what I'm thinking, is 12-190. Definitely not a way to give someone a mental trauma. Trauma builds character. People on TikTok are always saying their trauma made them funny. So, don't you want a funny child? Don't you want your child to be funny? Hmm? Like, if my child was boring, I wouldn't be able to live with myself. Therapy is good for you after all. What's therapy got to do with this? Why are we bringing therapy into this? I don't get it. Alright. I think the gentle vibe of the Sheikah Towers was one of my, like, I don't know, what's it called? Like, I get why Tears of the Kingdom has a very much, like, high beat, energetic theme. But being atop the Sheikah Towers and hearing this music went hard. I still think Tears is a better game. But... And now on to Pokemon Black and White music, which is kind of funny because we're playing Pokemon Black and White. Crazy stuff. Because that's kind of what you eventually do with mental trauma. That's what I'd do. Sure. I'm really playing a heel today, aren't I? Alright. Should I add the slash? No, I won't add the /J. I'm committing to this. When are you going to do a playthrough of Black and White? I'm going to do a playthrough of Black and White. I'm thinking... where are we? Oh, here we go. I'm going to do a playthrough of Black and White. On the 7th of February, 2024. I think it's going to be the 7th of February, 2024 is when I'm going to do a Pokemon Black and White playthrough. I'll be there. Whoa, you were! Will it be when you get the shiny? I don't know. I think... Unless I get inspired with anything in particular, the next playthrough I'll do... The next playthrough I do will probably be ZA. I'm letting my Genshin channel take a bit more precedent at the moment. I'm still keeping up with the shiny hunting and stuff here, because I do enjoy my nice bit of shiny hunting and stuff a week, you know. It's good stuff to do. But all in all, I'm focusing a bit more on Genshin at the moment, because the main Pokemon content at the moment is like VGC stuff, and I'm not really into comp. And like, I could have the lightning in a bottle idea that gets me 1 million views. I could also get struck by lightning. Innit? Capiche? Capiche. The other day I saw something was happening in July and I was thinking, wow, why are they announcing this 6 months away? And then I looked at the date. Yeah. Or fall off a building? Well, no, that's not a low chance. That's... I think it's maybe 95% likely that I'm going to fall off a building in the next couple of days. Like, it's a... Like, yeah. That's not like a low odds thing, which is what I'm, like, implying at the moment. Yeah, no, that fucks me up as well. Like, when they were like, oh yes, there's going to be a Pokemon Direct in July, I was like, man, that's ages away. And now we're halfway through June. So, like, I remember being like, man, my birthday, and I was like, that's a while off, and no, it's actually right now. It's, my birthday is in an hour and a half, actually. I mean, if you fall off a building, you get millions of views on the news. I mean, like, depends if you do it in front of cameras. They should invent a year that goes well and slowly. They used to do those. That used to be a thing. But I think, like, the budget's not been great lately. So... 2018, how you was... 2018?! That was a pretty long year, I guess, wasn't it? But was it at the time? Oh! That's it, that's 1290, okay. I was playing Fortnite that year, enough said. Yo, Felix had a Fortnite phase? Lore? Felix lore? Get on that, that's crazy. Alright. But, speaking of having a Fortnite phrase, I'm going for a night-night phase. Saved it! I didn't even know I was going there when I started that sentence. That just came to me. I'm so funny and smart. Not smarter than you and Morosini. I wish I started playing Genshin in 2020. I did, and then I stopped. Anyway, yeah, thank you all for coming. I hope you all had a great time. I certainly have. This will be my last stream on the CahirLIVE channel for a week or so, because I'm going on a holiday, as previously mentioned. Well, thanks, man, was good, even though I kind of fell asleep for a bit. I thought you might have. But take care, and happy birthday for a little bit. Indeed. Thank you. But yeah, have a nice holiday. Thank you. But yeah, I will be live again tomorrow. I'll be live again one more time before my holiday on Wednesday, where I will be pulling for Shenhe in Genshin Impact. So be sure to stop by for that and give me all your luck. Because it's my birthday, I'll be the birthday boy, and I deserve it. Okay, so thank you all for coming. I hope you all had a great time. And I will see you all tomorrow. Goodbye, and good night.